So the technique we're going to demonstrate is passing the half guard into north-south choke. Okay, so we're going to begin. We're going to place this right here. So when I'm with my opponent and I want to go ahead and pass the guard, sometimes, well, a lot of times he's going to have this defense here because any other way, I'm basically past him already. So this is very good for him. What I want to do is take this outside hand that's being controlled and I want to push on this knee here, down to the mat. I take my outside leg and I go over, so I'm rotating over his knee. From here, I'm a little more clear to pass, but I want to get closer, so I shoot my body through here and I make contact with his hip. So when I'm here at this point, he's going to make his quick defense to block my foot, because if I don't do anything here, he's going to rotate me through, or he can leg lock me or whatever he has in store for me. So at this point, I want to make sure that immediately when I drop to my hip, I'm taking my knee, elevating, lifting, and I'm going right over his arm. So if you can notice this, if we rotate a tad bit here, his arm, my knee's going right over it here, like this. Because if I stay down my hip this way, yeah, I'm going to get rotated through. So my hips are facing his feet. I elevate my hips here, and I bring my knee right over his elbow. So as I'm over his elbow here, what I'm going to do is basically what I did before, where I face my knees the same direction towards his feet, and I slide down. This is going to cause his arm to slide forward, and his hand free away from my ankle. So now he doesn't have the same sweep that he had before. So what I still want to do here is take my elbow, and I want to bring it back here, put pressure into his bicep, and I double up with my hands here to drop to the mat here. Okay? Because if I don't, and I lead with my hand like this, it's just bad for, he can push me over, it's just bad for my mechanics. So when I'm here and I'm underneath his armpit, I bring my elbow back, I retract, and then I push, I double up, drop to the mat here, and now this hand is free to go shoot right underneath the head. Once I have head control, I pretty much control the rest of his body at this point. I stay low, I take my hand, and I push on the outside knee here to help me free my leg. So I retract my knee straight back, I bring my knee to my chest, and I kick it straight back here. I long step back, and I control his wrist. I grab the wrist immediately, because from here I don't want his hand moving anywhere I can't see or know where it goes. And from here, I keep my head, I keep his head control here, and I want to flatten my hand to the mat. If you guys can see that, it's here flat. Not palm up, but palm down to the mat here, underneath the shoulder. So what I want to do now is I want to walk my hips back, drop, and I walk like hands on the clock, squeezing, 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 until I get to that. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate that one more time. So we're here, and I'm attempting to pass, and I drop into his half guard or knee shield, and I'm here. So what I want to do is take this outside hand, push on the knee, step over here. That allows me to get a little bit further past his passing position. So what I want to do is shoot my arm straight through, and I want to drop my hips. As I do, his defense is going to be immediately to grab the ankle of the foot to take me over. But what I want to do is elevate my hips just enough to bring this knee right over his arm. So I'm going to take my hips and I'm going to rotate, swivel, and my knee's going to slide his elbow down to his hip, and my hips are going to go over his face. Once I'm in this position here, I can take my arm over here and retract my elbow over through this pocket on his arm to the bicep, push it down. Once we're here, I can take my arm, go underneath the head, drop my hips down, and remember, my palm that's underneath his head is facing down towards the mat, on the mat. So when I'm here, I push the knee, and I kick my legs back. So I long step back, I take my hand here, and I control the wrist. I push it down, and before I even start walking back, I want to go ahead and switch my hips to face down, belly down. Once I'm in this position, I just walk away, like hands on the clock, staying down, 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 for the tap. Okay, that was a pass to north-south choke.